มาจึงกระนั้นปันสองครูเชียปรัชญาเพลงสามัคคีกลมนันเนียสองครูบอมรากาเปียกัมพูชีมาตรงรบเนียเพียมเพียสันเสรีไอกระเรียนโบราณเพียมอาธรรมปไตยขมายประสริมโดประดันไทยเรียสามันอ้อยบ่ตึงเฉลียงปีนโมกตรวจตราสมบัติโดนตาทนเทียนเจียบขมายเรียงอาทิตย์เรียงบอมลือกัมพูชีขมายไอกระเทียมเมียดองสายปัญหาโยบายเศรษฐกิจสังคมอันหักษาขอปวดไล่คลาจีเบียบเพียมรุ่งเรืองใจยืนปูยืนผู้คนยืนขมายกรองลานสังคมเจียนไทยรักเพราะฉะนั้นไอจอมเราอำลาจุนประเจียนำไปกัมพูชีรวมรู้เส้นสายเจียโยคณะป่าสังคมเจียนมาจึงกระนั้นปันสองครูเชียนปรัชญาไม่เพียนสามัคคีกลมนันเนียสองครูบอมรากาเปียกัมพูชีมาตรงรบเนียเพียมเพียสันเสรีไอกระเรียนโบราณเพียมอาธรรมปไตยขมายเราใส่มาโดประดันไทยเรียสามันอ้อยบ่ตึงเฉลียงเปียนโมกตรวจตราสมบัติโดนตาทนเทียนเจียบขมายเรียงอาทิตย์เรียงบอมลือกัมพูชีขมายไอกระเทียมเมียดองสายปัญหาโยบายเศรษฐกิจสังคมอันหักษาเสียปวดไล่คลาจีเบียบเพียมรุ่งเรืองใจยืนปูยืนผู้คนยืนขมายกรองลางสังคมเจียนไทยรักเพราะฉะนั้นไอจอมเราอำนาจจุนประเจียนำไปกัมพูชีรวมรู้เส้นสาย
And hello and welcome to Khmer Youth Voices for Justice. My name is Linda Ou. I am broadcasting to you live from the beautiful and very hot state of California. Yes, this week we have heat waves. So anyhow, thank you so much for joining our show today. I know you have a lot of choices, so thank you for being here. This show is part of CNRP America. So again, we are grateful that you are here with us. This show called Khmer Youth Voices for Justice for a reason. It is a platform designed to raise awareness and amplify the voice of Khmer youth worldwide, who are passionate about justice and social change in Cambodia. So it serves as a beacon for young Cambodians worldwide, remind them of their roots and the point of actively engaging in the issue affecting Cambodians. Basically, this show is aimed to inspire and to empower Khmer youth overseas to take actions and also to advocate for positive change in Cambodia by focusing on justice, democracy topic, and also human rights topic as well. So it is important that our youth overseas able to understand what's going on in Cambodia. So please do share our show, please like our show, and like I said, share with the Khmer youth in and outside of Cambodia. Our topic for today is real concern for everyday Cambodians. I'm not talking about people inside. I'm talking about people in and outside the country. So both Cambodians. Well, today is Tuesday, September 3rd in America. If you are in Cambodia, it is Wednesday, September 4th. So thank you so much again for joining me. My guest is Samady Ou. He is one of the youth. He's been all over the place. If you need you, if you are a youth, you want to reach out to myself or Samady, we are more than happy to connect with you. Also, if you have kids that you want them to be able to understand what's going on in Cambodia, please reach out to us. We will more than happy to explain what's going on and guide them through what is going on in Cambodia, especially Cambodia. Um, so what are the real concerns right now? So let me introduce and also welcome somebody so we can start talking and digest what is going on in Cambodia. What are the main concerns? So let's welcome somebody.
ជំរាបសួរបង
How are you?
បាទបង
How are you?
Oh, good បង good and you
Good. Are you trying to stay cool?
Yes, very hot. I can't wait for winter. Very
Yeah.
hot here.
Yeah, I think it's we are over 100 each day till the end of the week. So you are at work, enjoy the AC at work. So
Yes,
because
bon.
that's the only way to keep cool. And if you are anywhere in California, please take care of yourself, please take care of your family and your pet. It is hot. We make sure they have enough water as well. And thank you, Samady, for being here. Anything you want to share with our youth? What have you been doing for the last times and the last time, basically for the last month that you have not been here?
Just traveling to different places, promoting human rights in Cambodia, and also hopefully, we can have a strong movement in Japan and Korea, where recently I saw a lot of Cambodians, migrant worker, after all the pressures, after all the threat, they still come out to protest for Cambodia. Yes, go on.
You go to different places to basically to promote Cambodia, to make sure that the world know where's Cambodia and also what's going on in Cambodia in terms of democracy and in terms of human rights. This is not somebody is not a person who go to different places and promote thank you peace for Cambodia. That's not what Samady is doing. Samady is going to different country, different training, and it's all regarding human rights and democracy, and also how to be a better leader, how to advocate for Cambodia.
Yes.
Okay, let's start with my frustrations. I have been very frustrated lately because I am sure for the last 1 month or 2 months or 3 months in the Cambodian community in Cambodia diaspora, you would know that we've been talking about CLV, especially no CLV. And still people, when I go protest or I would hear people asking me, and this is not a people that American, this is a Cambodian American, these are people that consider themselves Khmer, asking and what is CLV, and I have explained to them in English, and also I ran across a message board that the person is actually live in America, live in the city of Long Beach, does not know what CLV is, and he when we explained it to him and talking about this is a group message, he actually make a comment that he is, after hearing what's going on and seeing our protest in Long Beach for the last 2 weeks ago. Um, he actually, his last word was that he is not interested in Cambodia politics, but he just there to document what's good, what's bad in Long Beach. So, what would you say to that when someone actually who's Khmer and actually live in Long Beach, where is the most population of Cambodian, and say that he's not interested in politics, in Cambodia politics? What do you say to them that you ask my person and ask the person who that person also Khmer? What you tell them, somebody?
Well, Bong, if this, if after explaining about the projects that the government in Cambodia forcefully implemented, and after explaining everything to him, and he said, if you don't care about, it's not even about politics. It's about our land, and it's involved human rights and our Cambodian people who suffered, especially the indigenous people in those areas. If he said he doesn't care about politics, I don't think he can consider himself to be Cambodian, Bone. Even an animal still want to go to his home, one day, at least flying back to his home. But, and the person who answered this is probably not Khmer, maybe not a human at all. If he said, this has to be anything involved politics, because as you see, we have history, a very bitter history of Cambodia, especially when it comes to the Vietnamese government treated our Khmer ground peoples. They cannot practice their religion, they cannot speak their own mother tongue. They have to forcefully consider themselves to be Vietnamese citizen under the Vietnamese after the French, cut the land and give it to the Vietnamese government. And this is en route to be following the exact same footstep as Khmer Krom. And if he considered even 10% of himself as Cambodian and have Khmer blood within him, it would boil his blood. It would hurt, deeply inside his heart that history repeat itself. And I think maybe to himself, he probably think he no longer Khmer. After he's blessed enough to come and live in the United States, he probably forgot his root and forgot where he came from. Bong.
That's why somebody I'm not a person who go and back and forth online, but when I hear that comment, I hear that sentence, like I'm not interested in my politics. For someone, he who is someone who live in Long Beach who consider himself Khmer and what we call Khmer blood, the political situation in Cambodia impact our community, even though we live far away from Cambodia. So for someone to say that, I would always say I want to respond that by staying informed and engaged with what's happening in Cambodia. He or we can better advocate right on the well-being of Khmer people everywhere, ensuring that our culture, because that's what other people concerned about, is the culture and our legacy are preserved for future generation. And that's what we are talking about when we're talking about CLV. When we say no CLV, we want to preserve our land for the future generations. And for someone to say that, oh, I don't care about Cambodian politics, in Cambodia, that is it just he, number one, he forgot his root, where he came from, and he forget that there are 17 million Cambodian in Cambodia that who has the same blood as he is. So giving a little bit of care, giving a little bit of concern, and trying to see what is going on in Cambodia. Why are there like almost 500 people in the city of Long Beach in the standing on Anaheim Street yelling no CLV, and for him to brush it off, it's like, oh, you know what, whatever they do, I don't care about politics. That's it's very sad in terms that he forgot the 17 million people that in Cambodia. So
Yes.
that that I just want to share my frustrations when I see the comment like that. But I agree with you that as someone who has Khmer blood should at least concern, and the word in Cambodia is concern is even animal concern about their country. Why can't we concern about our country? So let's go back to our topic. It's going to be our topic, just telling let our audience know that it's going to be um, regarding to CLV, and also we will talk about what is the real concerns of everyday Cambodians. So we will talk about the 1 year anniversary of the Prime Minister of Cambodia, who's got put, who was not. I mean, he's on the prime minister position, not because he earned it, because his father put him on a silver platter, basically put him on the platter to be a prime minister, even though he is the prime minister of Cambodia 1 year later. How do you rate him, Samady?
Well, Bong, as much as I wish it would come true that he had a doctorate degree and a master in West Point, and also a doctorate degree in United Kingdom. I hope that he can actually, when he become prime minister, follow a different footstep than his father. But unfortunately, as we see, him holding a prime minister position and his father become the president of the Senate is actually worse, because all of the decision making, the previous prime minister, which is Hun Sen, still decide on what's going on within the country. As the president of the Senate, he come out and um, propose all of the plan of the future of Cambodia, um, uh, in place of his son as a prime minister. So in this case, not only as a president of the Senate, he also acting as the role of prime minister. And ever since his son took over after his father, his administration has violated more human rights. You know, to be on route to be an authoritarian rule that his father known for, followed the exact same footsteps. Some key, human right under his administration can be suppressions of freedom of speech and media. Under Hun Sen, we still have Radio Free Asia, Voice of America, Voice of Democracy, Cambodia Daily, and other independent news media inside the country. But under Hunmanite, there's no independent news media at all. There's only fresh news and all, government funded free media inside the country. And this is one of the first things that happened under his administration. And political repressions. Under Hun Sen, at least we have, candlelight party. But when it comes to the election to appoint Hun Manet as the next prime minister, he got rid of candlelight. Candlelight cannot go into the elections. And more repressions on the small political party that pose no threat of gaining any parliament seat within his regime at all. So as a result, he wants to suppress and threat all political pro-democracy political party within the country and civil society. Under Hun Sen, we still see at least a bunch of civil society in Cambodia that can provide direct services to the Cambodian people on human rights. Under Hunmanite, there's no more civil society in Cambodia. They all has been kicked out of the country, and all of the human right organization, executive and director has been hunted down by the regime. So this is another topic under his administration. So no more NGOs within the country, and if anything, the judicial harassment and lack of independence shown more under Hunmanite administration. which is in this case we can see uh, a lot of cases regarding Saint Thierry and other human rights activists still being persecuted heavily under his administration, and also environmental Mother Nature. Under Hun Sen, at least they're still able to operate within the country, to protect the environment. But under Hun Manite, they go to jail for from 4 to 10 years under his administration for protecting environment, for talking about what's going on regarding trees and sands within a country. So I think it's worse under his administration, Bong. It's just a step closer to North Korea under Kim Jong Un. So I think with all this education, if he does not respect human rights and allow a room for at least some kind of voices inside the country to speak, against what's going on in the environment, there's no difference than his dad. Actually, Cambodia is going to be worse under his administration.
Many international community give him a lot of opportunity. Meaning, oh, my book just fell down. Give him lots of opportunity to basically have hope because he got education from the West, and he got education where his father doesn't have education. So and his father ruled Cambodia in 1985. So many country, international community give him a positive look when he started, that he basically they hang on to hope where he might be a new blood, a fresh start for Cambodia. But unfortunately, like somebody said, he's not a fresh start. He is worse than his dad. And also it's to show, like when people say that when a person is flexing their muscle, this we are talking about Hun Manet as a prime minister under his leadership. Environmental activists, political opposition, anyone who even dare to cough a little bit, it's currently in jail. And on August 18, when we're talking about CLV, there's a rumor of there's going to be a protest against the CLV in Cambodia. There's more than 90 people got arrested, and when you're talking about 90 people versus 17 million people, so the Cambodian government is very paranoid when you're talking about instead of having people express their concern, what's going on. The regime keeps suppressing the information, keep hiding the information. And in this case, when we're talking about the CLV-ETA, which stands for Cambodian Lao Vietnamese Development Triangle Areas, I know that I have heard about this development, this projects like many years before, but it never come to light what is the detail until in July, where they met for like the 13th time, and also it came to light what's going on. Why are we talking about CLV? Why is it that and Hun Sen and Hun Manet, basically the regime is very hush hush, still not explaining what's going on beside, oh, it's a development, it's going to benefit Cambodia, it's going to be this and be that. But so we want to know what is the impact of this. What is the impact of this project? And they never say what the impact. And we all know the impact. We know of the deforestation. We all know that under this project, Vietnamese able to come live in Cambodia in those 4 provinces for freely. And if you look at it, we'll take a look at it further. But now, since we're talking about the leadership under Hun Manet, it's very unfortunate that this 1 year, his 1 year mark was August 22nd. Unfortunately, it's Cambodian under his leadership. Under his father leadership is worse. Under his leadership, even worse. So there's nothing that in 1 year there's no benefit to the Cambodian government when you look at regarding human rights and democracy, but also you look at the economy. He has a doctorate degree in economy, but in Cambodia's people are not even barely people barely survive. They owe so much to the bank, they owe so much to microfinance that everybody is just hanging on to the thread every day.
Yes, Glenn.
And go ahead, Samdi.
I mean, under his administration, I think Cambodian finally become the number one country in Southeast Asia for hub for human trafficking and decrease in you know traveling. Cambodia also based on you know traveling to Angkor Wat yearly. That's one of the huge revenue to bring into the country. But due to over hundreds thousands of people being human trafficking, cybercrime within the country, um, the people rather go to Vietnam and Thailand instead of Cambodia, because they feel a lot safer to go to those neighboring country. So this is also another point that needs to, brought up because Cambodia relied heavily on traveling, and human trafficking hasn't shown any improvement. I think the U.S. have a project with the government on cybercrime and human trafficking within the country, but I think due to the lack of transparency, uh, they raise a very big concern under his administration.
No matter what project or no matter how much money flowing into Cambodia to develop, meaning to, like this case talking about cybercrime, to teach, to prevent, to guide Cambodian government or to guide the agency to better um, look out regarding cybercrime or human trafficking. The issue is not resolved because the issue itself is it's deep within the regime. It's like we call it's within the state, meaning like this whole year, all we hear about is rescue operations. We only hear about helping people, hearing about India rescuing their own people, talking about Taiwanese rescuing their own people, where the Cambodian government have never arrested anyone who the ringleader. So the issue is continue, and it's not just continue, it's getting worse each day. And for someone who wanting to visit Cambodia or someone who want to spend their hard-earned money, it's one of their concern also. If we're talking about the people from Europe or the people from America, human right and democracy is the big deal. When Cambodia doesn't have that, that's very concerned to them, and they will not want to spend their hard-earned money in a country where it's using, where it's basically having a Cambodian American citizen, basically American citizen, currently in jail, and arresting the environmental activists who they got like almost a Nobel Prize for environmental. I mean, they got a comparable to Nobel Prize regarding environmental protections, and they are in jail. So this is not an image that Cambodia's. It's not a perfect image for Cambodia to project to the world. Basically, it's not good at all. So this 1 year, Hun Manet have not done anything to better the image of Cambodia in the international stage at all. Okay. We are halfway through our show, and to our audience, if you have questions, if you have comment, please, and thank you for everyone who watching it through YouTube and commenting that. So please, if you have any questions, and also people that watching this live, please comment, and also if you have any questions, and your input is very valuable to to our audience that actually watching this and who not basically doesn't understand what's going on in Cambodia. This is not a show about Samady and I. This is a show that we are bringing what's going on in Cambodia, trying to give you a current event, what's going on. The other hot topic that's been going on for the last, what we can say, 2 or 3 months and have not died down. People overseas or people inside Cambodia probably have noticed that there are youth in South Korea, youth in Japan, and also people in America, like people in California, in Long Beach, people in Washington State, people in Massachusetts, people in Canada, Australia, and they are protesting, and you would keep saying no CLV. So again, we are talking about one of the still hot topic of that CLV and CLV for short, but the whole project name is the Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam Development Triangle Areas, a short for CLV-DTA. It's a project to promote development and cooperations among the border regions of Cambodia, Laos, and Vietnam. So under this development, Cambodia put in 4 provinces, which is Vatanakiri, Sentrai, Madolkiri, and Kuchai. So, and we have concern about this because we have questions what's going on. Why are we developing the 4 provinces? And unfortunately, through the regime, it only paint a picture of development. And Samady, when the regime talking about development, what happened to the provinces when you develop something based on the regime?
Well, basically, ever since the history of Cambodia under Hun Sen, and I don't think that will be any different under Hun Manet, the main concern is the displacement of indigenous people and the Khmer people who live in the development area. When a large projects happen and is developed inside a certain provinces, often involve grabbing people's home, you kick them out, and lead to thousands of family, 10,000s of family displaced from their local community. And in Cambodia, their land, many people have been forcibly evicted, like in Rontai, which is 10,000 family been kicked out of their home. That's one of the prime example, and those was only a region, like a small developing region around Angkor Wat. Just imagine 4 provinces that able to put, with the Vietnamese government that come and throw billions of dollars to build infrastructure within our country. So other citizen under the Vietnamese government able to come in and invest in those regions. However, our own Khmer people has been kicked out of those places due to displacement, and they had to find a new place. Just think how inhumane and unfair this is, Wong. You've been living in those lands for hundreds of years through the ancestor. As a result, under development, under the regime, they just come out of nowhere and say, hey, you got to go. This is the development provinces. So this is why we work so hard, protesting against the government. And instead of listening to the people and take their advice, the government rather show, threat, and also, in this case, talk to the Cambodian embassy in South Korea, saying that to stop all visa processes in South Korea. If they want to reprocess their visa after their work visa in Korea expired, they had to go back inside the country and renew those work visa. So this is some sort of transnational repressions if we talked about, human rights. Yes, Mom.
The one thing that concern and the one thing that Cambodian, when the regime could not answer is in July, I think they have their 13th meeting. And what was known was during that meeting, we had known that through the project the project has the intentions of having Vietnamese people trade, live, and work freely without visa into those four provinces in Cambodia. So when I'm talking about provinces, I know Laos is also involved, but since we are Cambodia, we will talk about Cambodia. So Vietnamese people, the project intends to have Vietnamese people live, trade, work freely without visa into Ratanakiri, Sengkrai, Ngokri, and Kacheh. So now, put into perspective, when you add the population in for those four provinces, it's equal a little bit over 400,000 Cambodian into those provinces. Now we're talking about the people, right? We're not talking about environmental impact, like somebody said. Now I want to put in some numbers so that way our people that listen to this can understand. So those four provinces, the total populations, over 700,000 Cambodian. Now, in Vietnamese, put in 5 provinces. Those 5 provinces is equal over 7 million Vietnamese within those development region. So we are talking about 1 to 7 when it's come to populations. So we will have under the project, the intent of the project is to have Vietnamese people live, work, trade free into 4 of the provinces of Cambodia. So we will have a massive influx of Vietnamese come in to settle in Cambodia. Thousands of families. So now, thousands of family of Cambodian family will be a victim of forced eviction into those economic zone policy. And so, and when people are when Vietnamese people come and live through living in Cambodia without visa, without any paperwork, they're gonna settle into that 4 state and move freely. The issue is, how do you control the population not moving to the provinces? Now we're concerned about those provinces. So this is the reason why we are protesting. We are protesting for the Cambodian government. We want the regime to withdraw Cambodia from the CLVDTA project. And when I'm talking about Vietnamese, I'm talking about Vietnamese people living freely, work freely. I'm talking about the policy of having Vietnamese people coming over to Cambodia. I do not discriminate against Vietnamese, but I am discriminate against the policy of Vietnamese government, basically the policy of this project that able for the Vietnamese that intends for Vietnamese to come and stay into those provinces. And when you're talking about 400,000 Cambodians versus over 7 million Vietnamese coming into those 4 provinces, you can see 1 Cambodian to 7 Vietnamese. Of course, and you also look at the whole populations of Cambodia. In Cambodia, we have 17 million people. When you look at the populations of Vietnam, it's over 100 million people. Of course, the people who have the country that has more population gonna flow into the country that with less populations. So we're talking about population. Now we're talking about land, like somebody said, land grab, land. According to many new medias, currently Vietnam already has nearly 500,000 hectares from 55 land concession in Cambodia. What is it, land concession? Land concession is when the Cambodian government lease land to Vietnamese government, which is leased for 99 years. And that is very alarming and very harmful to Cambodia, the country. So of course we are concerned. Of course, everywhere is concerning. And of course, in Cambodia, Hun Sen is suppressing the freedom of speech, suppressing anyone who question the CLV project, or anyone that say no to CLV DTA projects going to be land in jail, or going to be sounded like they are inciting inside the country to protest, incite to have a color revolution. So that's what's going on right now. So we are alarmed because the development will erase, like somebody said, the livelihood of the indigenous minority community. In addition, Cambodia will lose its territorial integrity and sovereignty, which is stated in the 1991 Paris Peace Accord, guarantee Cambodian people, that. So due to the unlimited and massive influx of migrants from Vietnam to the four region, especially the region with the 99-year lease to Vietnamese company, it's something that we are very concerned about, and we still urge the Cambodian government or the regime to withdraw Cambodia from the CLV DTA project, and we will continue to urge that, even though Cambodia currently have other project right now where they're raising money. So Cambodia government doesn't want to talk about this. Talk about where people in Cambodia is very concerned, people in overseas are very concerned, and people in South Korea, they did their second protest already on September 1st. We in Long Beach, we will have our second protest on September 14th, and many other different locations going to have their protest as well. We're going to continue to protest. We are protesting to urge the Cambodian government to withdraw Cambodia from CLV DTA project. And on that note, somebody, you want to add anything in case our audience doesn't understand, or who I hope I explained clear enough of what is CLV DTA project, that people can understand, like, oh, this is something that giving the Vietnamese opportunity to take those provinces, and from based on that, it's not just only four provinces. In the future, it's going to be the whole Cambodia.
Yes, Wong. And I feel like it's very easy for the government in Cambodia, especially under Hun Manet, which is very educated. He received a doctorate degree. It just be transparent to the Cambodian people, The reason that, we protest is we are afraid of the corruption and lack of public participation within the country. The Cambodian government, throughout history, they have been struggled with high level of corruption within their own family, the elite in Cambodia, and particularly the government institution and when it comes to developing projects. And those officials often, especially Hun Sen and his family, often prioritize their personal and political interests over the well-being of the general Cambodian citizen and population, which is this lead to the lack of accountability in decision-making process. And two is when we're talking about transparency, the government frequently they operate behind closed door. And with major development projects, land deals, and contract being awarded to the Chinese government, in this case, it's going to be with the Vietnamese government without any, public scrutiny. So Hun Sen has come out and say, whoever criticized or talked about the CLV in a negative way will be automatically thrown in jail or being a traitor to the country. And, this lack of transparency prevent his own Cambodian people from knowing how, this fund and these projects are being used. And no one is held accountable under Hun Manet administration. And as a result, public input is people is afraid because when we think of change, Hun Sen keep on thinking, remember what happened in 1975 through 1979 under the Khmer Rouge. Do you want to go back to that era? You should be thinking peace of what you have now compared to back in 40 years ago. I think comparing a country to 40 years ago did not make sense at all. Even an iPhone has an iOS update. It's like comparing iPhone 15 to iPhone 6 or 7. It doesn't make any sense. And one great things that I compare, against the South Korean government, when I'm not saying that the South Korean government doesn't have any corruptions. They do. However, they have the Anti-Corruption and Civil Rights Commission, to work on projects, and they also let independent media to go and capture what's going on in those developing projects. As a result, it creates transparency to the people to go see, not just hired some religious monk to go and look at the maps between the Cambodian and the Vietnamese government, saying, "Oh, instead of the Vietnamese government move the how do you call it, the post, yeah, that stated where Cambodia is at. They say, oh, actually, our land, we kind of scoot the pole to the Vietnamese land a little bit. The monk should stay in religious spectrum and not involved in politics. In this case, Cambodian people can clearly see that he involved in politics and try to brainwash the
Not
Cambodian people.
involved in politics, involved and side with the regime, where it monks should be able to care and concern about what's going on in Cambodia. But this monk is with using his superpower was able to look at the border. If I'm sure you and I have never seen the post at the border, and we know that many political opposition went to the border and look at the post and say, this post has been moved. It should be like how many kilometers away. It's way closer to the farm, and they have been in jail. So every time a opposition or civil society talking about the post, talking about the border, talking about especially talking the loss of land to Vietnam, they the next day or the next hour they will be grabbed and they will in jail. So because of this monk who has super power, that he was able to go to the border, to go to the where the post is, where many people are not allowed, and he was able to look at the map through his iPhone and say say it clearly that we this post is in their land. It is not our land. So it's very unfortunate that yeah we are welcoming Hmong to get involved in politics. We are welcoming Hmong, but Hmong need to speak truly, honestly, and not take sides with, and also they need to be with the Cambodian people where we the people are suffering. And we know when they're talking about border, there's many people that lose their land, lose their livelihood, and in this case, the livelihood of the indigenous I don't know how to pronounce that minority community in Cambodia that's gonna lose their heritage, lose their culture that they've been in that land for generations and generations. And that's talking about the people, also talking about deforestation. When every time the regime talking about development in areas, development of provinces, deforestation. So natural resources is going to be gone. So, and that's what concern people in Cambodia, and I mean inside and outside Cambodia.
Yes, well, and also, the reason that many people stand up against the projects is due to the prime of example of the lower Cambodia, which we call it Khmer Krom. Basically, they identified themselves as Cambodian, way back during our ancestor before the French come and colonize our country. But as a result, in the 19th century, the French just say, "Hey, this land is being given away to the Vietnamese government." As a result, those Khmer people that practice our religion and our language was forced to speak another language and practice another religion. This is why this topic is so hot, because when a foreign entity come and invest in your land through institution, through school, 50 years from now, they will have their own family and will root it within, our country. And in the future, what if, you know, those people in those provinces being forced to, identify themselves as, another citizen of another country. So this is why we fought so hard against these projects, and we do not want history to repeat itself, during our generation.
When you're talking about that, I want our audience to think about when there's more Vietnamese population. Do you hear noise? And I feel like I'm doing so much air. Um, when there's more Vietnamese in the populations in those four provinces, anytime there's a vote, there's anytime there anything's going on, um, anything with any vote with favor Vietnam, meaning that because they have more people in the region, and also those families that come and stay, if for example they've been staying on those four region, and we would say, oh, we disagree, those people would come with military forces that I'm not sure that's the history when you look at regarding you talking about Russia annexing Crimea and claiming it to protect the people. That that's that is something that we need to consider, and we need to think very carefully that anytime that the projects is intense for the Cambodian people living in those states, intended for the Vietnamese people, that like now 7-8 million people on those four, there are five provinces, to move freely into four provinces of Cambodia, and who to control them, that there's 100 million of Vietnamese people not going to come into those four provinces. And that's what the concern about of the international community, and since the arrest of almost 100 people since August 18, we are asking the Cambodian government to release those people that they arrest that relate to CLV, because the regime need to give the opportunity to people to express how they feel, to express their concern. And that's the only way, as a leader of Khon Manat, who is the prime minister, as a leader, that's the only way to have a dialogue, is to how Cambodian people express their concern, not just hiding this CLV project from the Cambodian people. And we clearly see that we're going to lose those four states to those projects, and we urge the Cambodian government again and again to withdraw Cambodia from the CLV DTA project. Anything you would like to add, Samady?
No, Bong. I think I said most of the stuff already regarding the CLV projects. And we're gonna have a peaceful protest to express our voice as Cambodian diaspora from the outside.
So if you are around, or you in the neighborhood, or you are in California or within your driving distance, please join us. Join Samady and I. We will be in Long Beach on September 14, which is a Saturday from 1 to 4. And the location is MacArthur Park. Please join us for this protest. We are saying no to CLV DTA. So please join us. Please contact me. My phone number is right there. Other people's phone number. We are looking forward to have our voice voice our concern. So this is a peaceful rally to demand the Cambodian government withdraw from the CLVDTA project, and that is withdraw Cambodia from the project. And the people in Cambodia cannot speak. We are Cambodian outside of Cambodia. We want to use our voice and make sure that we are talking about this. We do not want this project. We want to withdraw Cambodia from this project. Will you be there, Samady?
Yes, well, I will attend the protest in the upcoming in Long Beach.
Yeah, this is our second protest, so please join us if you have not been to our protest. And I'm so glad last time that so many people show up. We hopefully the people that show up will show up again, and we are hoping that more people will show up now that they understand what CLVDTA is. And I'm really hoping that everyone will be here will be here in Long Beach. And if you are anywhere, this rally in California or in other states, we will not stop, or in other countries, we will not stop. Like I said, South Korea, Japan, Australia, Canada, we will not stop. We will use our voice. We will use our voice for the people in Cambodia, inside Cambodia, that's not able to use their voice. So I really encourage people that have not been able to go to one of this rally. Please spend your time a Saturday, drive to this rally and have your voice heard. If you need detail about this rally, please contact me. Here's the flyer. I will post the flyer on CNLPA America Facebook that you're watching live right now, and please contact me. My phone number is there. Please use your voice. You are living in a free country. You are living in a country that does not suppress freedom of speech. And please use your voice to advocate change for Cambodia. And I cannot say enough that to please use your voice, especially the youth. And anything else, somebody?
No, but I just hope everyone will show up on, to protest on American soil. And we don't live in Cambodia; we live on a free country. There is a lot of bloodshed to bring, the freedom of speech into the country that we live in today. And it wouldn't be right if we fortunate enough as Cambodians who live on American soil still not being using the voice and freedom that being fought so hard for.
Yes. So please join us. Let me know if you have any questions. I will, like I said, the phone number, that's 5 phone number. You can contact any one of them. Any one of us speak Khmer and English. Contact us, and we will tell you what's going on. How please join us. It's a very a lot of people show up. This event the first time, so we hoping more people will show up, so that way we will have our voice, like the voice of people in Long Beach and around Long Beach. I know there's people driving from like San Diego and people from Texas that they come and join. So please, if you're in the neighborhood in the state of California, please drive down and join us. We are welcome everyone to join us. And it's again, I believe this is my second show talking about CLV, and I hope I hope I explained clearly enough the issue of what is the future that we see for this project, and why is it that we does not want Cambodia to be in this project, even though they are hiding the regime is hiding all the information, is hiding and not releasing anything, and it's very crucial. It's very crucial that we are in America, or in basically the youth overseas, to use your voice, to use your voice to bring change into Cambodia. If and we do, people always ask, what's the purpose? Why we doing this? What's the benefit? You know what? Financially does not benefit me anything. Financially does not benefit people that go to this rally financially. When you talk about financially, we give up our time, we give up our energy, we give up our effort, and that's what Khmer is. We care and concerned about Cambodia. That's why we give up our time, our energy. If we make money from this protest, trust me, we don't. We spend the whole day protesting. Before the protesting, I do contact, and we do contact the police department, the city, for permit for this protest. So don't worry about the permit. Don't worry about the police. The police will be there to monitor you, to make sure that nobody come and make chaos during this protest. This protest about us, peaceful rallying. So please join us. My phone number is still there. Please, my call me, email me, or put in a message on the chat, and that you want to join. You want to know where it is, how to join. Please, and please, when you come, if you have children, please bring them. I want them to know. I want them to understand why you are there, why you are there to talk about Cambodia, and you as a parent, you care and you want their kid to understand as well. You want the kid to understand, so please bring them. I am more than happy to translate into English, explain into English. And if you are Cambodian and you still don't get it, please call me. I can translate in Cambodia as well. So in Khmer language. So please call me, email me, text me, message on the Facebook show. I'm more than happy to answer them. And again, we are over a minute. So Samady, anything you want to share?
No, Bong, I'm good.
Okay, thank you, Samady, for being here. Thank you for always giving you your input, and for someone who traveled the world, who advocate for human rights and democracy for Cambodia. I thank you, and many people thank you for giving up your time. Again, we say it again, financially does not benefit us at all. Financially,
Yes, ma'am.
taking time off from work without pay to go to all those events, and the same thing with anyone who works so hard for a change. And we do work hard, and we do see the light at the end of the tunnel, and we do have hope. Sooner or later, and hopefully soon. So, and we do have hope. So, in that case, thank you so much, Samady, for being here. I will see you next month. So,
Thank you, Bong. Good day, everyone.
thank you, Samady, and thank you, our audience, for being here. I am grateful. I know you, like I said from the beginning, you have a lot of choices, but you do have a lot of choices, but you choose to spend your 1 hour and 3 minutes with me. I hope I make it clear. I hope I make it clearly, talking about CLV, talking about the 1 year anniversary of Night, who has done nothing to benefit the people of Cambodia. So please, if you are living overseas, you living outside of Cambodia, please use your voice. Your voice is a very powerful to amplify and the message of why Cambodia need change and why Cambodia need true democracies and respect for human rights. And I'm going to leave you that note, and I will see you next Tuesday, and hopefully to see everyone in Long Beach on September 14th. Thank you, and have a good evening.